running for president. Miami's own Marco Rubio exemplifying the American dream with the biggest announcement of his life.
And here is a live look from inside the Freedom Tower, where Senator Rubio will take the podium in about an hour. The senator is scheduled to officially unveil his plan to run for the nation's highest office. Good evening, I'm Rick Fulbaum.
And I'm Erica Sargent. Today's announcement culminates a meteoric rise for the son of Cuban immigrants who grew up talking politics with his grandfather right here in Miami. Tonight, CBS 4 brings you team coverage of Rubio's historic kickoff event as the eyes of our country focuses on the Freedom Tower at Miami-Dade College in downtown Miami.
And that's where we find CBS 4 anchor Elliot Rodriguez. Elliot.
Well, Rick and Erica, I have to tell you guys, I have run into so many people here who have told me they have goosebumps thinking that a young Cuban-American senator, a local homegrown Miami boy, is here at the Freedom Tower announcing that he will run for president of the United States. This is a building that is filled with so much symbolism for Cuban Americans and for Marco Rubio. This is the building where thousands of Cuban Americans were processed when they arrived in this country after the communist takeover of their island. Now, Marco Rubio's family arrived in this country just a couple of years before Fidel Castro took power, but still, there is so much symbolism. During the 1960s, this was known as El Refugio, the refugee center. This is where Cuban Americans came to be processed and to become a part of the fabric of the United States. And now here you have a young kid from Miami is announcing his plans to run for president of the United States. I've known Marco Rubio for a long time, and I've seen that every time he makes a political move, it's been a smart political move. Here's a young guy out of the University of Florida and then University of Miami Law School who became a commissioner in West Miami. From there, he went to the House of Representatives in Tallahassee, became the Speaker of the House, and then U.S. Senator, and now he thinks he has what it takes to be President of the United States. And guess what? There are a lot of people out here who agree with Marco Rubio. This is a big crowd. We have some protesters as well on Biscayne Boulevard. We're going to have that part of the story. But first, I want to go to my colleague Natalia Zea, who's out here in downtown Miami at the Freedom Tower with the supporters who have come here to hear Marco Rubio. Natalia?
Well, Elliot, the Rubio camp sold more than 3,500 tickets for this big announcement tonight. So many, in fact, that they set up a Jumbotron here in the parking lot at the Freedom Tower for all of the overflow folks who they are expecting, because the Freedom Tower only holds about 1,000 people. I want to give you a view from Chopper 4 right now of this look here. There was a long line of people outside the Freedom Tower a short time ago. They have been allowed to go inside. You can see media from all around the state and around the country are here waiting for Rubio's big announcement.
We're running late. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight.
Senator Marco Rubio did not skip a beat as he glided out of the Freedom Tower at Miami-Dade College Monday afternoon wearing a huge smile. The poorly kept secret is now officially out. Rubio will run for the presidency in 2016. He posted pictures of his walkthrough of the event setup at the podium where he will tell his supporters about his decision.
We've never had a Floridian as president. It's about time.
More than 3,500 people paid $3.05, get it, $3.05, for a ticket to the big announcement. So many are crowding into the Freedom Tower, though, from all over the country. The vast majority of folks will watch from the parking lot.
We worked on his Senate campaign, and we've always thought that he should be our president. He's just heads and shoulders more informed than the other candidates.
Rubio won the support of billionaire auto tycoon Norman Brayman, and Lieutenant Governor Carlos Lopez Cantera is also a big fan. He calls Rubio his mentor, and they're longtime friends.
Marco is a new generation of conservative leader for our country.
If Rubio chooses not to run for Senate at the same time as the presidency, Lopez Cantera may try to fill that role, though he's not confirming his plans just yet. Governor Rick Scott will be absent from the big event. He's in California on business and hasn't yet given an endorsement. Florida Congresswoman and DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz is not holding back her feelings about Rubio.
Marco Rubio's views are out of touch with everyday Americans, and they are right in line with a Republican ideology that is out of the mainstream.
Rubio did not win the endorsement of leading Republican representatives Ileana Ros-Lehtinen and Mauro Diaz-Balart, who are throwing their weight behind Rubio's political mentor, Florida Governor Jeb Bush. Bush has inspired Rubio from his humble beginnings, giving Rubio a $50 donation for his campaign at the age of 26 to become West Miami's city commissioner. He also stumped for Rubio during his run for Florida House Speaker and U.S. Senate. Now Rubio is on his own, and this local leader is now running on an entirely new stage, but bringing his South Florida story with him.
I've been raised in a community of exiles.
Now, Marco Rubio's campaign released a new Twitter handle when they did confirm to the media this morning that he is going to run for the presidency at Team Marco. Within an hour, they had 2,000 followers. Now you're looking about 7 hours later, and they have 4,767 followers, and they're already verified on Twitter. That traction sure to grow as his campaign continues. Elliot.